You had a lot of people, oh, the 20. Daddy turned it on.
Y'all give me a second, man. Give me a second. What's happening? Today's lesson. Get some people in first, man. We gotta get some people in here first. What's up, Simply? How you doing? What's good? What's up, Jones? What's up, boss? How you doing today, bro? Chilling. I got a good one for y'all today, man. I got a great one for y'all today, man. I got a great one. Today, we're going to talk about why most people fail in business, not because of lack of money, talent, or opportunity, but because their mindset is unbiblical, unsystematic, undisciplined, and they're building on sand instead of rock. They're hoping instead of planning. They're grinding instead of aligning. Tonight, we're going to correct that, not only with just scripture, strategy, and systems that actually work. If you're here to get motivated for 30 minutes, then go back to the same patterns. This isn't for you. Yeah, you need to get off this live. If you're looking for motivation, this ain't for you, man. This isn't for you. But if you're ready to build something that outlasts you, that honors the Most High, and that serves people with excellence, you're in the right place. I'm Micha'el, Mastermind Micha'el, the author of Thoughts from Systems. I am an entrepreneur who builds systems and student of the scripture who understands that the Most High is the original architect of order, strategy, and multiplication. I've built businesses, I've failed at businesses, and I've learned that the difference between sustainable success and devastating failure is rarely talent. It is almost always alignment with timeless principles. I don't speak from theory. I speak from the trenches, man. From late nights rebuilding after collapse, from the refinement of learning what actually works versus what just sounds good on social media. And more importantly, I speak from conviction that scripture isn't just spiritual. It's supremely practical for those who have eyes to see it. Tonight, we're going to go deep, man. We're going deep tonight. We'll cover the biblical mindset it requires for success, why faith without systems fails, how perseverance, integrity, wisdom, and function as business multipliers. Practical frameworks you can use to implement immediately. This isn't entertainment. This is an education. Bring your notepad, man. Get your notebook, your pens, and your pads tonight, man. I'm finna be speaking from the survival scrolls tonight, man. I promise you. It's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them, man. What's going on? All right. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Notice wisdom is compared to the most valuable thing people can imagine in this era. Today, we might say wisdom is better than $1 billion valuation, better than a viral fame, better than any shortcut or hack you're chasing, because wisdom builds what lasts. Everything else is vapor. Let's start by demolishing a lie that godly people should be broke, struggling, suspicious of prosperity. That's religion. That's not scripture. But here's the counter lie. That's just as destructive. The Most High is a cosmic vending machine who rewards your positive thoughts with luxury, right? Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. That's in 1 Corinthians, right? You are not an owner. You are a manager. Everything you have, your time, your skills, your opportunities, your capital was placed in your hands temporarily. The question the Most High asks is, did you get rich? The Most High doesn't ask, did you get rich? It's, were you faithful for what I gave you? See, the Most High rewards faithfulness over flashes or effort, not talent, not charisma, not even results in the short term, but he rewards faithfulness, right? See, success, it equals multiplying what the Most High placed in your hands, whatever that's $10 or $10 million, right? See, failure is bearing potential due to fear, laziness, and distraction. Well done, though. Thou good, faithful servant, thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee the ruler of many things. That's a parable of the tale of the talents. The servant who is given the 5 talents that get promoted because he had 5. He got promoted because he multiplied what he was given. The 1 talent servant wasn't punished for having less. He was punished for doing nothing with it. See, we all get chances, man. We all gonna get a chance to ball one day. What are you gonna do with your chance? What are you gonna do with yours, man? You don't scale until you prove you can manage small systems consistently. I see so many entrepreneurs, especially in the faith space, praying for $1 million launch, the 6-figure month, the massive breakthrough, but they can't show it consistently for 90 days straight. They don't track their numbers weekly. They don't follow it with 10 leads without forgetting. They deliver excellent services and they fail to deliver excellent service to at least 5 clients. You're asking the Most High to give you a building when you can't be trusted with a brick, man. You asking for a building when you can't be trusted with a brick. He that is faithful in which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is also unjust also in the much. That's Luke chapter 16, verse 10. That's deep right there, man. Think about that for a second. Here's the brutal truth, right? The Most High is protecting you by delaying your breakthrough. Because if you got it what you're praying for right now, it will destroy you. You don't have the capacity yet. The systems aren't in place. The character hasn't been refined. And that's not condemnation. That's mercy. He's developing you in the small so you can sustain the large. Right now, I want to ask you something, right? What is the little in my hands right now? What am I being faithful or unfaithful with? Is it the 100 email subscribers you're ignoring while praying for $10,000 in a day? Or is it the client work that you're half delivering while dreaming of passive income? Is it the free content you're inconsistent with while wanting a paid community? Success starts where you are, not where you wish you were. That's deep. And don't let that go over your head. Success starts where you are, not where you wish you were, right? Faith plus action is why most people misapply faith, right? Here's the hard truth. Faith is not passive optimism. Faith is not name it and claim it. Faith is not sitting in your room visualizing success while your business crumbles. Ooh, man. Faith is obedience, action under uncertainty. Let me repeat that one more time. Faith is obedient, action under uncertainty. Faith without works is dead. That's James chapter 2, verse 17. This is why most misunderstood the verses in scripture, right? People think it means work hard and the Most High will bless you. No, it means faith that doesn't produce action isn't real, isn't faith at all. It's wishful thinking dressed in religious language. Prayer is alignment. Prayer isn't begging the Most High to change his mind. Prayer is aligning your mind with his will, your spirit in his spirit, your vision with his purpose. When you pray about your business, you're not trying to convince the Most High to bless your idea. You're asking him to reveal whether your idea aligns with his kingdom, serves people genuinely, and reflects his character. Delight thyself also in the Most High, and he shall give thee the desires in thy heart, right? Notice the order. Delight in him first, then the desire shifts. Your ambitions begin to align with his purpose. And when that happens, you're not forcing doors open. You're walking through the ones he already prepared. Planning is obedience. I cannot tell you how many believers I've met who think planning is unspiritual. I'm just trusting the Most High. They say while having no business model, no financial projections, no clear offer, and no defined audience. This is not faith. This is presumption. See, in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5, it says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Diligence requires planning. The Most High didn't tell Noah just to have faith about the flood. He gave him detailed specifics for the ark, dimensions, materials, and timelines, right? See, the Most High didn't tell Moses to wing it with the tabernacle. He gave him precise blueprints. The Most High doesn't honor chaos. He honors order expressed through obedient planning. Y'all fucking with that? Execution is faith in motion, right? This is where most people stall. They pray, they plan, they get notebooks full of ideas, folders full of research, minds full of vision, but they never execute. Why? It's because execution requires faith. It requires moving before you see the full picture. It requires risking failure. It requires doing the thing that may not, hold on a second. It requires doing the thing that may not work. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving on your own self. That's James chapter 1, verse 22. Execution is where faith becomes visible. Let me say that one more time. Execution is where faith becomes visible. It's where your belief systems get tested by reality. And that's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. If you don't pray for increase, but you don't, you pray for an increase, you pray for more money, but you don't track your numbers, revenue, leads, conversions, engagement, improve your skills through courses, coaching, practice, feedback, Build structure, systems for follow-up, delivery, marketing, and operations. You're testing God. You're not trusting him. Testing the Most High means demanding he bless your irresponsibility. Trusting the Most High means stewarding what he's giving you with excellence and expecting him to multiply your faithfulness, right? Let's be specific. If you pray for more clients, but you don't have a system for following up with leads, that's testing the Most High. Scenario 2, right? You pray for financial breakthrough, but you don't track where your money is going. That's testing the Most High, right? You pray for thriving business, but you're inconsistent with the fundamentals, showing up, delivering, communicating. That's testing the Most High. Matthew chapter 4, verse 7, it says, "Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God." God doesn't bless disorder. He blesses diligent stewardship married to genuine faith. Ask yourself right now, in what area of my business am I praying for a miracle while refusing to do the work that will make the miracle possible? Where am I asking the Most High to override my lack of discipline instead of partnering with my obedience? Write that down, because until you address that, you'll always be stuck, man. Perseverance is the hidden weapon of success. Let me say that one more time. I said perseverance is the hidden weapon of success. Delay is not denial. It is development. Hear me out. The season you in right now, where it feels like nothing is working, where you're putting in effort and seeing minimal results, when you're wondering if you missed the Most High, if you're just not cut out for this, that season is not the evidence of failure. It's the evidence of refinement. See, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. The beginning is exciting. The ending is rewarding. But the middle, the long, the unglamorous middle where most people quit, that's where character is built. That's where the Most High separates those who are called from those who are just curious. You gotta ask yourself that. Were you called to do these things? Or are you just curious about it, you know? You really gotta do some self-reflection. Most people quit in the refinement stage. Let me show you what it looks like. Month 1, right? High energy, excited, posting content, launching offers, telling everyone about their business. Month 4, slower than expected. Some sales, but not enough. Energy starts to dip. Doubt starts to creep in, right? Frustration sets in. Comparing yourself to others. Wondering if you should pivot, quit, or try something else. This is the month 10, full year. It says, this is the danger zone. This is where most people abandon the plan, chase a shiny object, or give up entirely. But here's what they don't know. The following year, month 13 through 18, is where the breakthrough happens. This is when consistency compounds, when the audience you built starts to trust you, when the systems you put in place start to pay off. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, it says, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." That's powerful, bro. That's so powerful. In due season, it says, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. You're going to win if you just don't give up, bro. It's really simple mathematics, bro. Like, you don't give up, you don't lose. You don't lose, you damn win. Like, shit, ABC, man. The Most High develops capacity before promotion. Think about Joseph, right? From the pit to the prophet's house to a prison to a damn palace. That wasn't random. The Most High wasn't developing character. The Most High was developing his character, his wisdom, his administrative skills, his emotional resilience, and his spiritual maturity. When Joseph finally got promoted, he wasn't destroyed by the pressures because he'd been unprepared for the process. He was prepared for the process. He was getting refined through this shit, man. He was getting cut like a diamond, going through the fire like gold, you know? Think about David. From shepherd to fugitive to king. Decades of development. Learning to lead sheep before leading people. Learning to trust in the Most High in caves before he trusted him with palaces, man. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6, it says, For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and screweth every son whom he receiveth. Chastening isn't punishment. It is preparation. The Most High isn't against you in the struggle. He's developing you through it. Man, that's powerful, bro. A lot of people, they go through a storm and they go through adversity and think that you have a why me, woe me attitude. Like, damn, why is this happening to me? Not knowing that this shit is making you powerful. It's making you stronger. So when you do get that opportunity to do whatever business that you're niche in and whatever thing that you want to take that leap of faith in, you'll be prepared for it. Here's a simple framework to keep you from quitting when it's hard, right? Do the work. Ship the content. Make the offer. Serve the client. Don't overthink it. Just execute right now, man. You have to measure. Track what happened. How many people saw it? How many people engaged? How many bought? How many were served well? Data removes emotion. Based on it, you want to refine, right? So you want to, based on the data, what needs to improve? The messaging, the offer, the delivery, the platform. Make one adjustment. Then you want to repeat. You want to do it again and again and again. Consistency beats charisma every single time. See, in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29, it says, Seest thou a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. Diligence is repetition with intention. It's not doing the same thing expecting different results. It's refining the same process until it produces the right results. Shortcuts destroy destiny, right? I know you wonder, what does that mean? I know that's not sexy. I know that you want to grow, you want a growth hack, you want a secret funnel, you want a viral strategy. But I'm telling you, every shortcut you take today is a bill you'll pay tomorrow with interest. See, in Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1, it says, A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but just wait is his delight. That's powerful, bro. In ancient times, merchants would use rigged scales to cheat customers. A false balance. The Most High just didn't disapprove. He called it an abomination. Why? Because it violates trust, which is the foundation of all commerce, all relationships, all sustainable success. Don't sell what you wouldn't buy. Would you buy what you were charging for what you're delivering? No, it isn't technically worth it. Would you buy it? If the answer is no, you're operating with a false balance. that really resonated with me a lot because like at one point in time, I was in the cannabis industry, right? I used to sell a lot of weed, a lot. I wasn't no nickel and diamond type of guy. I wasn't selling 3.5s. No, I wasn't doing that, man. I was selling truckloads of this shit, man, for real, for real. And I had to really, I had a realization within me and realizing that I can't sell weed no more, bro, because I don't smoke weed. I don't do drugs. It was hard for me to, and I had to, once I took in the scripture, I was like, wow, I'm willing to sell people things that I wouldn't even buy. Then, that really resonated with me a lot. I see this constantly, right? You see coaches selling $3,000 programs they wouldn't take themselves. Course creators launching products they know are incomplete. Influencers promoting brands they never use. Short term, you might make some money. Long term, you destroy your name, your peace, and your access to the Most High's favor. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22, it says, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but they deal truly are his delight. Don't promise what you can't deliver. Under promise and over deliver. This is ancient wisdom dressed in modern language. If your course takes 6 months to get results, don't promise transformation in 30 days. If your service requires effort from the client, don't sell it as passive. If your product has limitations, don't disclose them up front or disclose them up front. Why? Because trust is your most valuable asset. And once it's gone, it's almost impossible to rebuild. Better is that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Don't chase money that coats your name. There will be opportunities to make quick money by compromising your values, promoting questionable products, partnering with shady people, and cutting corners on quality. Do not do it. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Your reputation is built over years and destroyed in moments. Guard it like you treasure that it is. Integrity compounds, right? Every time you do the right thing, when no one is watching, you make a deposit. Every time you honor your word, even when it costs you, you're building equity. Every time you choose character over convenience, you're investing in a future you cannot see it yet. And here's the miracle. People feel it. They might not be able to articulate it, but they sense when somebody operates with integrity. It creates trust, and trust creates loyalty, and loyalty creates longevity. But the inverse is also true. Scandals erase decades of integrity overnight. I watch businesses implode, not because of bad products, but because of exposed lies. Leaders fall, not because of lack of talent, but because of the hidden compromise. Numbers chapter 32, verse 33, it says, be sure your sin will find you out. What you hide will eventually surface. The only question is when. How much damage will it cause? Wisdom in systems. The Most High is a system builder. See, the Most High is not chaotic. Heavens runs on order. People have this idea that because the Most High is creative and spontaneous, he opposed to structure. That's completely false. The Most High is the ultimate systems thinker. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40, it says, let all things be done decently and in order. Look at creation. 7 days, specific sequences, intentional designs. Look at the law. Detailed instructions for worship, governance, art, agriculture, justice. Look at the human body. Trillions of cells operating in synchronized systems. The Most High doesn't wing it, and neither should you. Systems simplify obedience. A system is just a repeatable process that produces a predictable result. That's it. And the reason systems matter is because they remove the need for constant decision making, which drains energy and creates inconsistency. Sabbath. Why do you need to practice the Sabbath, right? It's an energy management system. 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. This isn't arbitrary, right? The Most High built rhythm in his creation in itself. Work and rest, output and recovery. When you violate the system, you burn out. And when you honor it, you sustain it. Tithing is a financial alignment system, right? Tithing isn't the Most High trying to take your money. It's the Most High giving you a system to ensure you're always prioritizing him first financially, which keeps your heart aligned and your resources blessed, right? Delegation. Moses was burning out, trying to judge every single dispute among millions of people. His father-in-law, Jethro, gave him a system, appoint leaders over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. Only the hardest cases come to you. You need to seek wise counsel. You are not meant to figure everything out alone, right? Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. That's Proverbs chapter 11, verse 14. Pride says, I can do it myself. Wisdom says, who are you already done with? Who has already done what I'm trying to do? Get mentors, join masterminds, right? Hire coaches, read books, study people's 10 steps ahead of you. But here's the key. Be discerning. Not everyone who offers advice is qualified to give it. Not everyone who has success achieved it with integrity. Not everyone who is loud is wise. Let me take these off real quick, man. Whew, man. I got me turned up today, man. Y'all got me turned up today. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. That's Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. Surround yourself with people who fear the Most High, who have fruit and care about your character as much as your results. Complexity kills momentum. I've seen more businesses fall from overcomplication than from lack of ideas. Here's a framework to simplify your entire business, right? So create one offer. Stop trying to serve everyone with everything. Pick one problem and solve that to the best of your ability. One offer that delivers undeniable value. Master that before you expand. Create one audience, right? Who are you called to serve? Not anyone who will pay, right? Don't think of it like that. Who specifically needs what you have? Define them clearly. Create one channel, one platform. Stop being everywhere. Pick one platform where your audience is and dominate it, whether that's TikTok, YouTube, emails, LinkedIn. Pick one and go deep. Create one system and repeat it daily. What is your daily action in that? If done consistently, you will compound it into results you want, right? For some, it's content creation. For others, it's outreach. And for others, it's client delivery. Whatever it is, systematize it and repeat it. See, the Most High doesn't bless grind. He blesses alignment, right? See, the culture would tell you to work 18 hours a day, sacrifice your health, neglect your family, and hustle until you collapse. And they call it doing whatever it takes. That's not biblical. That's bondage. That's slavery. That's not bull. I'm trying to tell you, that's not the way. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3, it says, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Notice you commit your works to the Lord, not commit to working yourself to death, right? When you work as an act of worship, submitting to the Most High's lordship, aligned with his purposes, then your thoughts get established. Clarity comes, peace comes, fruitfulness comes. But when you work, it's driven by fear, comparison, greed, or insecurity, you'll burn it out. You'll burn out. Even if you succeed by the world's standards, you'll be empty. Let me summarize what we talked about tonight, right? Talked about build with faith, not passively hoping, but obedient actions under uncertainty. Pray for alignment. Plan with diligence. Execute with courage, right? Trust the Most High with outcome while stewarding the process with excellence. Move with wisdom. Seek counsel, wise counsel, right? Build systems, simple but ruthlessly, right? Don't be the smartest person in the room. Learn from those ahead of you. Remember, wisdom isn't knowing everything. It's knowing who to ask and what to apply. Stand on integrity. Your name is more valuable than your net worth. Do what's right even when it costs you short term. Understand that every hidden compromise is a future liability. Persist with patience. Delay is developmental. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. Run the perseverance loop. Execute, measure, refine, repeat. Very simple. It's very simple. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 22, right? The blessings of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. There's a way to build wealth that doesn't cost you your soul, your family, your peace, your integrity. It's slower than the shortcuts, and it's a lot less flashy than the hype. But it's sustainable, and it's blessed, and it honors the Most High, right? This is what I want for you. Not just for successes, but blessed success. The kind that makes you richer in every dimension. Spiritually, relationally, in relationships, emotionally, and yes, financially. That's what I want you to do after this live, man. Do me a favor. Identify one thing. What is the single most important action that you need to take in the next 7 days to move your business forward? Write it down. Audit your integrity. Is there anywhere in your business where you're compromising, overpromising, cutting corners? Address it this week. Build one system. Pick one area of chaos in your business and create a simple, repeatable process forward. Follow up, creation, content creation, client or onboarding. Pick just one, right? Find one counselor. Identify one person who is where you want to be and reach out. Ask for advice. Offer value. Build relationships. Don't try to do everything. Just do the next thing the right way. How long we been on there tonight? We've been on 40 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. All right, guys. It's been nice. Been good, man. I got plays to make. People to see. Man, some money to make. I'll holla at y'all. Have a beautiful night.